This video is all about glass, but it's not about clear glass this time. Nope, this time it's about colored glassware. All different colors and all different things. So you're in a hurry. Well, you better calm down. If you're new here, I'm Vicki, and my husband Mark and I resell on eBay and on Poshmark. Yes, we sell some glassware on Poshmark. And this video, as I said, is all about colored glassware. It's not necessarily all beverage glasses. We have some other things in this video too. And in between each eBay sale that I'm showing you, I'm going to insert some eBay sold comps, sorted highest to lowest. And as I always do throughout the video, I'm going to show you how I packed it. So many sellers are intimidated by glassware. And I was at one time too, but I overcame that. And I've been sharing with you for years now how I pack and ship glassware. Because sometimes that's the only thing we find at the sales that other resellers have left behind. So if you want to learn how to pack and ship glassware, you can see we sell a lot of glassware, just watch throughout the video and I'll show you exactly how I pack it. So if glassware does intimidate you, it won't anymore. Number one. First up is this. Do you recognize this pattern? Do you know what it is? I'll show you. We sold 2 of these Tahiti glasses. Yep, Tahiti. They're pretty tall glasses because they're 20 ounce each. They're made by Anchor Hocking. Tahiti bamboo glass tumblers. I paid 25 cents each for them. And as you saw, I have more to sell. And they sold for $27.92 plus shipping. I've decided to start with some foam. And you can find a link for this in the description below the video. Sometimes I use tissue paper, sometimes I use packing paper, sometimes I use this foam wrap. All it really does is protect the finish, and because this has this nubby texture to it, I thought I would use the foam on these. And I will put more packing material inside. In fact, let's just go ahead and try 1 sheet of small bubble wrap. I'm not sure if it's enough. No, it's not. Look at that. It's only halfway full. I always prefer bubble wrap over paper because paper does add weight. That's a little bit better. In fact, let's just go ahead and finish with this one. You can see that it's not going to reach. So my go-to solution is always to take a half sheet of the large bubble. That's large 1/2 inch. Put it right here. You can see I'm on the diagonal. Bring this up. One down, one to go. I have a box that's 10 by 10 by 6. And before I tape the bottom, I'm just giving it a test fit. Yeah, I can make this work. I'm going with 2 sheets one direction, 2 sheets the opposite direction of the large 1/2 inch bubble. Thank you label. I don't think I have room for air pillows in the corners like I like to do. In fact, I don't have a whole lot of room at all, which that's okay. But I do think it's going to take 2 sheets on top. Find out here. It's a little bit tight, I think mainly because these are sticking up here. I push this down in a little bit. Now I think I can fit the 2 sheets. Shake test. It's good. I'll get it taped up. It's time to check out eBay sold comps for Anchor Hocking Tahiti bamboo glassware in all different colors, and some of them are really pretty. I just have to say that this Anchor Hocking turquoise Tahiti bamboo pitcher and glasses, that color is beautiful. Sold for less than $75 plus ship. Really pretty. A set of 6 glasses sold for $35. 2 honey gold amber glasses, 20 ounce, sold for $34.99. 4 avocado greens sold for $34 plus ship. Set of 5 8-ounce glasses for less than $28. And here's an original box for the Anchor Hocking Tahiti glasses. New pitcher and glasses, 7-piece set for $25. That's not a whole lot for new in box, but it is clear. And then we have an avocado green pitcher, sold for less than $27. 4 5-inch glasses sold for less than $25. 3 of the avocado greens sold for $24.99, 6 for $27.97, 3 10-ounce glasses for $24.99. All of these are plus ship. And on the far right, hard to find amethyst. Oh, that's beautiful. 4 small glasses, 4 glasses sold for $28. They're calling it an aquamarine pitcher, 64-ounce pitcher sold for $22. Avocado pitcher sold for $18.99, less than $22 for 3 12-ounce glasses, and 6 green glasses for $21. You would think they would have gone for more than that. I hope you'll be able to recognize the pattern next time you see it, and always check your sold comps sorted highest to lowest to see what they're going for. And we sold another 20-ounce Anchor Hocking Tahiti bamboo glass. I've been doing very well with these. I paid 25 cents at a church rummage sale, and it sold for $14.96 plus ship. Mark bought me a rose. Not for my birthday, not for Christmas, not for our anniversary, not for our engagement date. He bought me a rose. Or did he? Number 2. Mark found this next item that sold. Mark is down here looking at a rose, glass rose. That's a little scary to ship, I have to tell you. It's Waterford.
Those are sold.
Well, we need to see how much they're asking for it, huh? Then I'll figure out how to ship it. So Mark found something. He bought me a rose, but actually we're going to sell it. It's a glass rose. What can you tell me about it?
Well, it's Waterford crystal, and these things are going for upwards of $95 to $100 or more.
Yeah, she wanted 20, and then because it was from an ex-boyfriend, and she has a new boyfriend now, and he was there, and she said she'd get rid of it.
It's etched down here on the stem, Waterford.
Oh, I see it. All right, thank you. And it's worth about... It's a Waterford Florology, if I'm saying that, lavender rose. Paid $12 at a garage sale, and it sold just now on sale for $69.97. Now, it is packed really well in this box in foam. So I'm going to insert a photo. And I just put this on here, stretch wrap, so the lid didn't come off during storage. But I need to find a box to fit this in. It's a pretty good sized box. First though, I want to make sure the whole box is covered in some kind of plastic wrap to protect the box should it get wet, heaven forbid. So sometimes instead of stretch wrap, I just use plastic wrap and take the roll out of the box. Whoops, it's already clinging to itself. Here we go already. But sometimes it helps to have a larger sheet of this. I'm not sure if it's long enough to protect the sides. I'll find out here. It could be better. So what I'll do is I'll just go around the side. The goal is just to keep the box from getting wet. And then I'll just put this back in the box for storage. Putting the thank you label on here, but I need to bubble wrap this, or at the very least insert it into a box with lots of cushion. The thing is, what box size am I using? And not only is it 17 inches long, it's going grounded vantage, so I can't use a couple of shoe boxes like I was originally thinking. And my longest box is 16, so I've got a little dilemma here. Got about 5 inches before bubble wrap, 5 by 6. I decided to go ahead and wrap it first because I need to know what the final dimensions are going to be, approximately anyway. You can see this isn't wide enough, but what if I take 2 sheets, 3 each, which might be a little longer than what I need. Can I get these to meet in the middle? And I think I can. No, I can't. I can't. I'm going to cut this one piece just to length. And then I'm going to bring it to the end and bring this up to it and tape it. And then on the other end, I think again, I'll bring it up to it and tape it. And I've already said that it's not long enough to reach on the sides. So I've got this sheet, that's about the same length. I'm going to cut this in half. It's 2 sheets. of large 1/2 inch, and I'm going to fill it in here on this side. I'm going to have to turn this slightly, get a long piece, and tape these two together. Let's just flip it to the other side before I get too carried away there and do the same thing. Fold these down, press all my tape down. All right, that's pretty good. I need to see what my measurement is. At 18 by about 10 by 7. I really didn't want to have to think this late at night, but I do. Okay, this box is 16 by 12 by 8. The 8 inches high is going to be fine. It's not long enough. You know, I have 16 here and 12 here, but I need 18. So I need a couple of inches out of this side. Do you remember what I did before? Anyone remember this one? First of all, I'm going to move the rose before I knock it off the table. I need about an extra 2 inches here. I really do. Oh, Mark's woohooing. We must have sold something. 16 here, and I need about 18. I know I'm going to allow a little cushion. I'm going to do 2.5. I'm doing 2.5. Flipping it over, and from this seam, I'm doing 2.5. I'm anxious now to see what we sold. I've got a scoring tool. I'm lining it up to that mark that I made, and I'm going to carefully score. I like to go about 3 times or so. Whoop, got off track. You don't want to get off track. That wasn't good. I'm disappointed that I sped that up. Folding on that score line. This one I got a little bit too rough with. I've got some holes poking through, but it will work. Folding on the score line. Need a cutting board. Utility knife. Need to cut new flaps. New flap on both sides. And do it on the top and the bottom. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. I know it's a little bit hard because I don't have a lot of room. Now I need to reverse this to the bottom, but I guess that was the top. I need to do the bottom now. Putting the cutting board in between so I don't cut all the way through. I hope I'm thinking this through correctly tonight. So we have a box like this. Okay, that's the way it was originally. But I scored here, and I scored here, and I've changed the dimensions a little bit. Go to the bottom of it. It's going to be sturdier if I fold the short ends in first. Let's see if my plan is going to work. I made the box longer. I didn't change the width a whole lot, but a little bit. By golly, I think it's going to work. I just need some more packing material. Thinking about air pillows. Letting it ride on a cushion of air pillows. I need protection on the sides. Let's see if some air pillows will work. Put some singles down here. I am pushing this out a little bit though. I don't really like that, but I think I've got it. There's not enough room for air pillows on top, so I'm going to go with double. I know it's odd with all these new flaps that I have, but that's just part of what happens when you reconfigure a box. Do you believe I've got everything covered with tape? In all fairness, I had no intentions of keeping that rose, none whatsoever. All I saw was dollar signs. And now we're going to check eBay sold comps for Waterford crystal roses in all different colors, and I think you're going to be shocked how much some of these are worth, as I was shocked at how little we sold ours for. Yeah, we undersold it. I mean, it wasn't the most popular color, but I still think we undersold it. Oh my gosh, I am floored as to how much some of these colored crystal roses are going for. Look at this. The green one sold for $259 plus ship. Another one for less than $250. The yellow rose for $239. On the far right, the plum rose in satin sold for less than $250. Here's a satin plum for $224. Oh, I'm thinking we undersold it. Oh no. This blue for $229, green $198, blue $180. That tells you what colors are popular. Another blue $180, blue $180, rose plum, not showing the photo, but $195, less than $195 free ship. The yellow sold for $168. Have you ever seen these out in the wild when you've been sourcing? This was the first one that we ever found, and we did check sold comps at the time. And yes, Mark found some good sold comps, but we got an offer and sales were slow at the time and we took it. Another yellow one sold for $155. Clear for less than $140. Pearl, this is looks like a pin or something, $148. Another green one for $125. A crystal clear, $113. Here's a paperweight, didn't know they had paperweights, sold for $108. The rose bowl sold for $89. Here's the color like we had, a light lavender, sold for $89. Coral rose for $89. Oh, I think I'm gonna cry. Oh, we had an offer, we accepted it, and you know, timing's everything, and sometimes we just want to get it sold. But the person that sold this green one for $125 maybe could have sold it for $259. What do you think? Have you ever found these before? Have you ever sold them? How much did you sell it for? Number 3. We sold a candy box without the candy. Where do you think the candy went? Mark and I love candy, especially chocolate. He likes dark chocolate. I like peanut butter and chocolate. Oh, I gotta stop talking about chocolate because it makes me want some. Hey, if you haven't tried out Aldi's peanut butter cups, I highly recommend it. They are far better than that other brand of peanut butter cups. They really are. We're never going back. Anyway, I digress. Next is a candy box. A blue lacy edge candy dish or candy box. It's made by Indiana Glass. It is carnival glass. I don't know if you can see the variation in color. Not sure it's showing up on camera. Lacy edge candy dish, paid $2 at a church rummage sale and sold it on offer for $18 plus ship. I had wanted more for this because of the packing that it was going to take to protect everything. But you know, sometimes you buy things and they're only worth what they're worth. And I think I had it at $24.95 and a sale going on and then an offer. I'm going to focus on the lid first, and I need to protect the handle of the lid. I could do a couple of things. I could put a little piece of pool noodle on here, but I think I'm going to use some bubble wrap, cut off a strip. This is small, and just fold this in half. Let's get this out of the way. Fold this in half and wrap it around a few times. Then we have the lid and the hollow part of the lid. So I'm going to take some bubble and just put it up inside of here. That's too much. Cut some of it away. And let's get the lid wrapped. I might be putting it down inside the dish. In fact, before I tape it all up, let's kind of check that. Yeah, I think I might be able to do that. I mean, it sort of is. I got a little bit thick on the ends to move it a little bit. All right, let's get this filled up a little. I have some scrap bubble that I can put in here. I'll check the lid again. I don't mind if it's a little bit separate, or I could separate these in the box for that matter too. I don't have to nest it together. I am very concerned about this lace edge. So I have 2 sheets of bubble and I'm going to cut down the center tri-folded and come underneath this. And it's slipping right down. It is not staying in place. Okay, so that's not working. What if I wrap it around and tape it and let it fold up over it just a little bit? I've never wrapped one of these before. You know, first time for everything. This is going grounded vantage. I'm going to go ahead and wrap them separate. I think I can fit them in a 10 by 10 by 6 or 8 box. Right, large bubble. We have the foot, the pedestal to deal with. That other long sheet, 2 sheets that I cut in half. Let's try to wrap this a little bit. I'm just trying to give it support. That's all I'm trying to do. Like so. I don't expect this to go all the way across, but I can lay another piece across and tape up to it. Tucking that down and pulling the end flap up. Adding some tape. I don't want to get too high on it. I think that one's pretty good. That's through the lid. Now I just need to find the right box. I think I can use a 10 by 8 by 6. Okay, I have 2 sheets of large 1/2 inch going one direction here. I'm going to see if I can fit this in. It's a tight fit. I'm going to put some scrap bubble down in and around wherever I can for extra cushion on the sides. Try some more over here. No room for air pillows. Let's see if one sheet will fit on top. I'm not sure that it will, but we'll try. By golly, I think we got it. I don't think I'll be picking up too many of these to resell. I mean, it wasn't that difficult. It just took extra time and packing material that I would like to spend on higher priced items. But I'll take this sale. Are the Indiana glass candy boxes going for very much? Well, I found out that the rectangular ones are not so much. But there's another shape that is going for quite a bit, at least decent. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised to see that the round candy dishes, the Indiana glass, carnival glass with the great pattern that are round, one sold, the blue one sold for $45. That's not too bad. The 2 aqua rectangular candy boxes sold for $50. Pink sold for less than $40. And here's another round one with the Harvest Grape design sold for $34.95. Round milk glass lace edge candy dish sold for $29.95. Here is one similar to ours, sold for $28. The one next to that sold for $25. That's round. And this pretty blue sold for $40. Now that is free ship. You have to consider that as well. And I wonder if the candy comes with it. That would be nice. Who doesn't love candy? The green one on the left sold for $19.99. Dark amber sold for less than $25. Here is a lighter blue sold for $28. And a pink Indiana glass lace edge footed candy dish sold for $25. The clear one sold for less than $25. They're saying this blue one is rare. I don't know about that, but it sold for $23.99. Green for less than $24, and another clear for $21. So based upon what it took to pack this, you'll have to decide for yourself. But I will tell you that I'm going to keep my eyes open for the round ones. Yes, I'm going to keep my eyes open for the round ones, especially since one sold for $45 plus ship. Number 4. Mark and I found these glasses at the corner of Thrift in Johnson City. It's kind of like a outdoor flea market. Sort of crazy. We paid only $2 for the 2. Has etching on it of grapes. Pretty unique. And it had an original label. Etched ECHT crystal. Made in Germany. They were on sale and sold for $27.97 plus ship. I'm going to start with a couple of sheets of foam wrap. You can find a link for this in the description box below this video. Okay, here, let's do a couple of things. Stay there. I have some tissue paper. I'm going to cut it in half. And I like to fill the hollow area, or the void as I call it. And I'm taking the other half and wrapping it around the stem. Sometimes I use bubble wrap, but today I'm going to use some tissue paper with a little bit of tape, small piece of tape, and then wrap it in the foam wrap. And then I use masking tape. That aside. Whoop, it's rolling. Don't go anywhere. Again, fill the hollow area. That's just the first couple layers. Now we need some large bubble. That's what's really going to protect it during shipping. Make sure the tape is pressed down so that you can't feel the glass anywhere. Now I just need to figure out what size box I'm putting them in. This is a 12 by 6 by 6 box, and I'm checking to see if I can kind of nestle them side by side. I think I can make it work. I think I can. I'm going to start with 4 air pillows, and then I'm looking for the ends of these to fit together in the center. I'd really like to have some more bubble though in here. Let's try 2 sheets, see if I can get these to fit. Will they fit? They will. They're at a slight angle. And what I need to do is to get some protection on the ends, and I can't fit air pillows. I know they won't fit, so I'll try some bubble, half sheet, large half-inch. Kind of tuck this down in. A little more cushion there, a little more cushion here, little bumpers. Thank you on one of these. I think I've got it. It's a little bit shallow here, so maybe another half sheet on top will do the trick. The goal is absolutely no movement. We're going to talk about these type of glasses. Some of these might be German Romer glasses with this base, and some might be by Luminarc, made in France. Let's take a look at eBay Sold Comes to find out what we can learn about these. Not all of them go for a lot of money, but we might learn something new. This 4-count lot of German Echt crystal green Romer wine glasses sold for $46.80 plus ship. The second listing, they described it as Beehive. They really didn't need that name in there if they just had the word Romer, but they're etched wine glasses or goblets sold for less than $36. To the right, we have a lot of 3 sold for $19.99. And on the far right, Bockling, Germany, $7 for the 2. That's not a real good sale. You know now that they're German Romer wine glasses, footed. A lot of 4 sold for less than $25. A lot of 5, but they've added the word Swiesel, and they're in olive green. They sold for less than $50. The third one has a silkscreen design on it, and it's gilded on the rim, sold for less than $15. The ones on the far right, a lot of 3 Echt Crystal cut to clear crystal cordials. I didn't realize that Echt Crystal was tied to the cut to clear. By the way, I could not get this to sort from highest to lowest, so it's kind of intermingled. So on this next row, let's jump to the second one. A lot of 6 with a grape design sold for $45. Here's a single one. They say it's uranium glass, 7 inches high, by Fritz Heckert, sold for $10.50 with 2 bids. And the far right, Luminarc. You'll often find Luminarc, France, and these 2 sold for $12.60. We will continue to pick these up if we get them for the right price. Number 5. The next item is a combination of glass and brass. So I could have put it in a brass video, and maybe I still will, but I put it in the glass video because it's a pretty green color. We have a green glass candy dish, I guess you might say, and a brass cherub on the bottom. Mark did have to glue this a little bit to tighten it up. It was a little bit loose right here. And you know what? I didn't write down where I bought it. Probably a church rummage sale for a couple of dollars. It sold on offer for $20 plus ship. Brass and glass. And I always give my glass items that have been sitting on a shelf a little dusting before I pack it. I can't separate this. It is one piece. Ooh, that's kind of sharp on the bottom. And I need to fill the void. That's when the end rolls and scraps come in handy. kind of pushing it around so it's underneath the lip, the little scalloped area. One sheet of large 1/2 inch that I'm going to connect with some tape and wrap it around the base, the brass, so that when I put this on top, I have something to tape it to. Try to make it even. I'm going to go ahead and tape down each of these 4 corners. We got this little bundle now. Bundle of joy. Okay, I don't have anything on the bottom yet, but you're getting the idea. I'm going to take a measurement of this and see what we're looking at. Right now it's 8 inches high. It's going to take an 8x8 box. I can see that right now. This is my last box. eBay box are 8x8x8. So guess what I'm going to be ordering today with my quarterly coupon? 8x8 boxes. I'll get it assembled. Before I put it in the box, I am going to tape some bubble wrap up around the bottom. Put the thank you label on here before I forget. And let's check it in the 8x8x8 box. It's going to work really well. It just needs some more, it's not going to take a lot of bubble wrap on top, but it definitely needs some more protection. I'm wondering now if I should have used a 9x9x9. But let's add a couple more sheets here. Needs air pillows. Well, at least in the corners. Put them in the corner. And I am going to go ahead and tuck this bubble wrap down in and cut this in half, large 1/2 inch, which is what I use the most. And put this down in the sides. I'm going to pop something by now. Nope, not yet. Thought for sure it was going to pop on me. And I don't know if I can get this on top and still close it or not. I don't think I can, but I can. Another 1/2 sheet, put a little more down in here. You basically don't want any movement, no movement whatsoever. You want it supported from all sides. Now, I know that I can't put any more bubble wrap on top. However, I can fit some cardboard in here on top to reduce the impact. It's almost like double boxing, at least double boxing on the top. Always keep your scrap cardboard, cut the flaps off, however you want to cut it, and keep this around. Now I have a nice flat surface to tape this to, and I think it's good. Let's check out eBay sold comps for Indiana glass for glass and brass. For this search, I typed in Indiana glass and the word brass, and it pulled up this Tiara amber sandwich glass candle holder that sold for less than $45. An Indiana glass 3-section with a cobalt blue dish, divided dish, sold for less than $35. I've never seen that before. Here is an Indiana glass amber princess pattern candid dish with a brass and marble base, sold for $39.97. And I've never seen this item on the right either. Lazy Susan with a brass base, sold for $22.99 plus ship. Then we have a stunning Indiana amber glass candy dish, 5 inches, with an acorn on top, sold for $23. And here's another Lazy Susan, sold for only $12. And then we've got this pretty dark amber mid-century modern lidded dish with cast brass and pedestal for $14.50. 5 bids. I think that could have gone for a lot more. They must have started it quite low. And not everything that's showing up in this search is specifically Indiana glass. You know, I can't control what comes up in search sometimes. And on the far right, an Indiana amber glass cover dish for $20. And be sure to watch all the way to the end of the video, because we're going to show you our best colored glass sale, where we spent $2.99 at Goodwill and sold it for, should I tell you now or tell you later? Well, it was over $100 and a little more. Number 6, candlesticks are not necessarily the fastest seller, but we do pick them up if we get them at a really good price, and we have sold them over the years. And this next pair is, well, first I have to get Mark over here to help me get them down. Mark?
Vicki?
Can you help me pull some candlesticks, please?
I suppose.
They're over here on the tall shelf, the high shelf.
You're interrupting my solitaire game.
I bet I am. Sorry, had to do it. They're up there. And I might be able to reach them, but I just wanted you to be in the video today.
There's one.
And they're not an eBay sale.
What are they?
Poshmark. Woohoo! We had a Poshmark sale. These candlesticks are Robert Stanley amber glass tapered candlesticks, and they sold for $34 plus ship. I netted $27.20, and I'm not sure how much I paid for them. Going to get those wrapped up and in the mail. If you know Poshmark, they allow up to 5 pounds, so I really don't have to worry about packing material or even what priority box I use. I can use any priority mailbox. But let's just see what these weigh. 3 pounds. I have 2 pounds left over for the box and packing material, so that's good. I'm going to first wrap it in tissue paper. It doesn't do anything for protection. It's just to protect the finish. Let's just wrap one and see how we're going to do it. I have 1 sheet of small bubble wrap. I'm going to fold it in 3 and wrap it around this narrow part here. Give it some tape. Let's do that on the upper part as well. You know what? I'm warming up. I gotta lose this jacket. This is partially wrapped. It's not completely shippable yet. I have 2 sheets of large 1/2 inch and another sheet that I'm going to cut in half. Why am I going to do that? Because the center seam of the bubble wrap is flat. It's flat. So let's roll this up. And I'm going to get a long piece of tape right here where it overlaps. I'm going to start taping there and bring that bottom up and top down. Same thing here. Okay, so we have a nice protected bundle. I have 2 nice size bundles. So what size box am I using? I can use any priority mailbox. I'm looking at least 10 inches long. It's been a very long time since I've used a priority mailbox. This one is 0-box 7. Regular priority, not flat rate. Let's do a test fit. Got lots of room in here. Lots and lots of room. More room than I need. But do I care? I mean, you know, yeah, I guess it takes more packing material. I think I'll be okay. Especially since we make our own air pillows. I'm going to put 3 sheets this way and 3 sheets this way. Nestle these down in. Maybe even turn them on their sides a little bit so that I can fit air pillows here and here. I might be able to get some here and here. I don't think I can, but I can get some bubble wrap. Lifting up a little bit, pushing this down. Oop, pop the bubble. Again, lifting this up to push this down in. Just filling in extra bubble. I think I've got it. I just have to get it closed up. You know, the air pillows will compress, the bubble wrap will compress, so you can put a little bit of pressure on it. It's taped up. I'll get the Poshmark label printed out and get it in the mail. We're going to check eBay sold comps for the brand Robert Stanley, but we're also going to take a look at just glass candlesticks, which is probably going to open it up to tons of manufacturers. But if I can't find much under Robert Stanley, we're going to do that. I'll truly never understand why some people just give their items away by starting with these low auction starts. 1 bid, $2 for a set of 2 Robert Stanley glass candle holders, amber glass candle holders, when they have the opportunity to sell them for $30 plus. Now, as I look through here, I couldn't find very many Robert Stanley candle holders. They're known more so for their Christmas ornaments. So I'm going to go back to the top here. I got some really high-end things here I wasn't expecting. St. Louis glass Millefiori sold for under $4,000. I would take that in a heartbeat. I am trying to find ones that are similar to what we sold. Pink ones with a bowl Venetian Murano glass, pink glass. Console set sold for less than $389. To the far right, Lalique sold for less than $400. Baccarat sold for $400. I mean, this is some really high-end stuff. Still not exactly what I sold. When you come across them, do Google Lens, take a photo, do some research, and check the most recent eBay sold comps. because you never know. You might have something that's worth 30, 40, 50 bucks or more. Number 7. Next up are some hand-blown anchor hocking margarita glasses. Well, this isn't the one in this video. This is another set that we have. We have 2 of these left. Hand-blown. You can see the pontil on the bottom, and they're absolutely gorgeous. And we sold 2 of these. This is one of Mark's finds, and we didn't write down where we found it, but we think we got them at Goodwill. And we also didn't notice until we pulled them that it says 2009 GIL New York. It might be restaurant wear, but they are hand blown. Sold at full asking price of $29.95 plus ship. I'm going to start with some foam wrap. I'm not sure how well it's going to cover. We'll see. Because they're pretty big glasses. And you know, I always like to protect the foot of any glass. So let's take a half sheet, tri-fold it, and wrap it around the bottom. And I don't know if 1 sheet's going to be enough inside here. No, it's not. I'm not even sure if 2 sheets is going to work. It does. And the reason I fill the void is why? To help against shock when the box is dropped or bumped. That's what it's for, filling the void. But I do have the small bubble wrap around the foot and inside for impact. Let's see what we can do with the large 1/2-inch bubble. Not going to reach, that's okay. We can use a half sheet. I think a half sheet will do it, we'll find out. Lay this on the diagonal with the half sheet over top. Now what do? We have to feel around it and make sure we can't feel any edge of the glass. Well, guess what? It's exposed here. I can feel the glass. So we're going to go ahead and use this other half sheet over the top. Now, can I feel anything? Oh my gosh, yes I can. I have a flattened bubble here and I can feel the foot. Wasn't expecting that. Package is getting bigger and bigger, but I'm glad I caught it now that I can feel this because it has no protection here. You can even see it. It's good. I can't feel anything anywhere. It's good. This box is 12 by 10 by 8. Let's do a test fit. Well, that's going to work great. 4 and 1 and 1. 3 sheets this direction. Actually, let's go 3 sheets this direction and 2 sheets this direction. 3 sheets the longest way. And I'm going to turn these opposite of each other. The top and bottom is opposite of each other. Got a thank you label on here. On curves, sometimes they don't stick very well on curves, so I've been adding tape. 2 air pillows in each corner if we can. I can fit an air pillow here. Put the bubble wrap down. See if we can fit 1 more piece. Not sure, that's a little bit high. Maybe a half piece down through the center. Another step to reduce the impact is to add a little piece of cardboard. I have air pillows on the bottom, but I couldn't fit them on top. So that cardboard should help, along with these layers of cardboard. Into the mail they go. So let's check eBay sold comps and see what these are going for. Here are some examples of hand-blown cobalt blue margarita glasses, and I was unable to sort by highest to lowest, so it's kind of mixed up again. The first one, 32 ounce, sold for less than $9, and some of these say made in Mexico. The second one sold for $15. The third one sold for $17 plus ship now, plus ship. And on the far right, that's pretty, apple margarita design, sold for $16. Then we have a lot of 3 that sold for $32.95. A single glass for less than $15. And you can see all the different shapes here. Some are considered martini glasses, some margarita glasses. So as with everything, I suggest that you check your eBay sold comps and find out what they're going for. And you can always add make offer, but then again, ours sold for full asking price of $29.95 for 2. I don't think $15 per glass is too bad. Number 8. Mark was so excited about this sale because he found this item in our local Goodwill. It was pretty exciting for both of us. But I love it when Mark finds things that are exciting for him to find, and even more exciting when they sell.
We finally sold this hunk of glass that I found at Goodwill over 2 years ago. We found it in September of 21, and when I saw on the bottom of it, it had an etched signature of fire and light.
There it is at the top part. You see it there?
I knew it was worth something. I had heard of fire and light before. Recycled glass. We paid $2.99 for this.
And there's all different colors of it. I won't say that the amber is the fastest seller. It's not.
We accepted an offer of $200.
I mean, you know, $2.99 to $200. Wouldn't you say that's a woohoo? You're gonna make me shake the camera. Let's pack this big hunk of glass, amber glass. As Mark said, it's over 8 pounds, just like it is. I have some paper. It just protects the finish, hollow area. And I don't know if I have any sheets of paper large enough to cover this whole thing. I might have to use 2. In fact, I'm going to turn it upside down. I'm going to shape it. I guess that you could also say I'm using tape instead of stretch wrap. I'd say that's pretty good. I think as soon as I lay it on bubble wrap, it might pop it. Let's find out. To my surprise, the bubble wrap's not popping. Well, it popped an air pillow. You know, it may not work with air pillows. Is it going to pop the air pillows? Are you ready for this? So far, so good. Air pillows aren't popping. Well, this is a good test for the air pillow machine that we have. That's pretty impressive because this is over 8 pounds. Wow, they survived. Impressive. If you don't have an air pillow machine and you ship a lot of things, well, check out the link below this video about the air pillow machine that we bought. Mummifying it. I have 2 boxes. I have one that's 10 by 8 by 6 and one that's 12 by 10 by 8. I'm planning to double box. So let's get this one assembled first and see what we're dealing with. Let's do a test fit. I can stand it up, or I can, if I can pick it up again, or I can lay it down. I think I'll stand it up, but I need some bubble protection in here. I'm torn between bubble wrapping it and just putting it in bubble wrap. Let's set it down in here. Comes right to the top. If I lay it down, I can put more bubble wrap on the top. I hear some bubbles popping, but that's from me handling it. I don't know, maybe I should lay it down. And maybe I should go ahead and wrap it. But as you heard when I was handling this bubble wrap, it was popping. And it might continue to pop. Who knows? Mark just came down and checked on me. I think he's worried about his baby that he found and we sold. He's concerned about how I'm packing it. He saw it with just the paper on it and said, are you going to add some bubble wrap? Yes, dear. I'm going to add some bubble wrap. I'll try it again standing up, but yeah, like I expected, it's too tall. I'm going to see what I can put around it. I don't think I can put any air pillows, but I can most certainly stuff some bubble wrap around it. I'm going to put 2 pieces of cardboard in here. Box number 1 is good. If I just set this beside it, I can tell how much area I need to fill in with 2 inches on height and probably 1.5 inches on length is what I need to fill in. I have these foil pieces that are padded and insulated. The insulation doesn't matter, but I'm thinking about putting several layers of these in here. Paper is going to smash like anything else would. But if I layer up several of these, instead of bubble wrap, this isn't really going to pop. And then I put one on top. Let's see what happens here. I know it's hard for you to see, but I'll try to bring this over to you. All right, let's see if we can get this to go down in. Oh, that's great. That is great. I like that. It really feels snug in there. I just need to fill in around it. And I have more of these. These were bags at one point. We stuff it down around. These are actually quite nice for packing material. I like how stiff they are. I think we're going to also include a packing slip inside of this one. I don't normally do that, but something with the buyer's address in it and our return address. I don't normally do that, but this is a $200 item. In fact, I think we said it would require signature. I'm kind of liking this. I don't really have a lot of room for bubble wrap on top, but I need to add the packing slip. I just messaged the buyer that due to the value, signature is required upon delivery. I did not have it in the original listing, and I should have. I also printed out a packing slip because of the value. It has our ship from address. I did edit the packing slip and remove the custom SKU label so they don't know how much we paid for it or anything. And then I added the return policy. Returns are not accepted for this item. So because of the value, I went to these extra steps. So I'm going to just put that right here. And a little piece of cardboard at the top just for impact sake. Yeah, these little foil bags, little padded bags worked out great for this. I just have to get this pushed together and taped up really well and in the mail. If you've been selling for a while, you've no doubt heard of Fire and Light recycled glass. So here are some eBay sold comps, and it's a variety of items. We have a wide-lipped oval bowl in aqua that sold for less than $12.49. And then we have 4 rocks glasses sold for $500. And then this is similar to what we sold, but this one is in aqua. These are large, heavy bowls sold for less than $3.37. And the far right, a dark amber, sold for $2.99. This one's a little bit different. Lavender purple kickshaw they're calling it a kickshaw design, sold for less than $2.99. And then we have this olive bowl, sold for $2.65. And a copper wide lip bowl, a short squatty one you could say, sold for $2.47. And then this recycled art glass piece on the far right sold for $2.10. Are you getting the point? If it's signed Fire and Light on the bottom, it's valuable. So as you can see, if you come across a heavy piece of glass that looks like it's recycled, it has that texture of being recycled, look at the bottom, see if it's signed Fire and Light. If it is signed and the price is right, I don't think you have to do a whole lot of research to know that you need to just go ahead and buy it. Fire and Light. If you like this video, I recommend you watch the next one on clear glassware. Thanks for watching. I'm Vicki with Avante Avenue, and Mark and I will see you soon.